Good morning. So we're doing something a little bit different today. Y'all are used to seeing me work over here in the garden, but today we're going to be focusing on this lovely little back corner of my backyard because we're actually going to be putting in a shed. So specifically a 4x6 metal shed from Patio Well. So there's a bit more work we need to do back here before we're ready to actually build it. You can see Levi's looking in a hole right now. We have a sprinkler in there that we need to cap off, and then we need to do a little more work leveling out this area. And then we're going to put some pavers down and some gravel, and then we will be ready to actually build the shed. So that's our job for this morning, and yeah, we'll see y'all in a bit. Alright, so right now we are working on leveling it. We're just using a piece of wood and kind of pushing it along with the level. And then we've got the pavers in place that are going to help hold the gravel inside. So a little more work to level it, and then we'll be putting down weed fabric. Alright, here's how we're looking now. So weed fabric is down. Next step is going to be putting some bags of paver base on here that the pavers are going to sit on. We are using 18-inch pavers, and we're going to do 5x3, so that should be enough to have a little bit of overhang for the shed to sit on. And then around the extra space, we're just going to be putting down some gravel. So here we're adding the paver base. This ended up being rockier than I was expecting, so we needed to mix in some gravel as well, but it all worked out fine. We spread the extra gravel around the outside and realized we were going to need a few more bags, but we went ahead and got the pavers in place. Once they were set, we topped the pavers with some sand and then worked that between the small cracks to help keep everything in place, and then we swept away the extra. Now that we finished the shed base, my husband is running to the store to get some more gravel to put around the outside. So while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and unpack the shed. The shed came in 2 boxes with all of the pieces very well organized. The instructions were easy to find, and it even came with some gloves to help protect your hands from sharp edges. All the pieces were labeled well, and the instructions were easy to follow. This is definitely something you'll want 2 people to assemble, and you will need a drill. It also helps if one of the people is not 24 weeks pregnant and can help lift the heavier pieces, but we've proven it can be done. Assembly begins by constructing the base frame for the shed, followed by the corner walls, top frame, and then all of the siding. Fair warning, there are a lot of screws involved in building this, but I'm very confident that this is going to hold up well over time. The next step was to assemble the roof, and then all that was left was to build and attach the doors. This whole process took about 8 hours from start to finish, but that did involve a trip to the store for gravel and several breaks in between steps. The latch on the outside of the shed has a place for a lock, and the left door also has spring latches. We have a lot more stuff to throw in here, but for now I've added a wire shelf that I'll use to store gardening equipment, and I've also moved in my butterfly shelter that I hope to be using soon. Overall, I'm so happy with how this turned out, and I can't wait to organize it. But for today, we're going to take a well-earned break. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.